Well, election eve already has its first polling complaint.
Rob Maloney in Dearborn, where a Republican poll challenger made a police report this morning after not getting the access he wanted at City Hall. Rod, you got to look at what both sides are saying about this.
Well, we have done that, Devin. And, here's the thing. What many people don't know is that there are ways to check oversight at the polls. One is with a poll watcher. They're not allowed to talk to anybody. They can just watch. But there are poll challengers, okay? And that's Hassan Aoun is a poll challenger. They can have autonomy around the place. They can talk to the election officials, cannot talk to voters. But what happened here was the election challenger was denied access. So he filed that police report.
She said, no, you got to go sit in a corner over there.
Hassan came to Dearborn City Hall, where there are roughly half a dozen polling positions and the clerk's counter, where absentee ballots can get turned in. The place quite busy today, and recently converted Republican Hassan Aoun received training as a challenger and came to do his job, only to get relegated to the seating position set aside for watchers and challengers.
There's nothing to oversee. I'm sitting there. The overseeing is behind the counter, and they don't want me to go behind the counter.
He is following his training and the law, which does, in fact, allow him the access he's asking for. So when the clerk's office turned him away, he filed a police report and left. Enter Dearborn City Clerk George Delaney with his view.
A challenger may ask to go behind the counter, and if, with our assistance, he or she can observe what we're doing, yes, but with our permission.
Hassan says that last part is not in the rules, and Delaney says that he should have been allowed in.
If I was here, I would have allowed them behind the counter.
Okay, so it was a mistake that he wasn't allowed.
Yeah, he should be able to. I'm not sure if that's what he asked. He said, I didn't speak to the gentleman, so I don't know.
I want to make sure there's no fraud. No fraud whatsoever.
I don't think we did anything majorly wrong here today. If he wants to come back and take a look at what we have behind the counter, that's fine.
Well, Hassan said he would not go back inside today. He said he's going to take all of this to the Republican Party and the people that trained him to see what they have to say about it. In the meantime, we went to Dearborn PD, and we did ask to see the police report. They said that we probably would not get access to it for the next 3 to 5 business days. Back to you.
So did Hassan say why he didn't go back in today then, Rod?
Yeah, well, what he said was that he didn't feel like he was welcome, and he thought that that could end up in a confrontation, and he said he did not want to end up arrested. And so he said, we're going to let this shake out another way.
Yeah. All right, Rod.
Well, here's a peek at what you'll see tomorrow on clickondetroit.com during the election. We'll have updated numbers on the key races such as governor, attorney general, and secretary of state, and of course the proposals. Right now at Click on Detroit, you'll find our voter guide full of information on the races, help finding your polling place, and how to look at your sample ballot.